guys, quickly moving right into today's video, I decided to switch things up a wee bit since all of my videos are always focused around one client or one model. And you guys know I never show what's really going on during a full day behind the chair. If you follow me on IG or a client of mine, you probably are aware that from now on I'm away from the chair just for a few weeks. And I have a few good things going on and decided it was time for a break, much deserved break. My first one longer than a day or two in a few years. I decided to add one day to my schedule since Thanksgiving is around the corner. It filled up really quickly, so I added another day. And this is the second and final day that I worked behind the chair. I had 5 clients, filmed 4 of them. Alright, my first official client of the day, I didn't get a chance to record. I did a full regular highlight, a paint between, as well as teased and weaved painted dropouts. It was a lot. I needed to kick the day off. So the first client on my video will be my official second client of the day, which you guys will see as my first. It is my client, Brenda. She's been coming to me for several months now. Every single 4 weeks when she comes, I apply lightener, Blonde Life in 20 volume, and then let her process for about 30 minutes. While Brenda's lightener process, I had my blonde maintenance client, Karen, who every 6 weeks gets a trim, a gloss or toner, and a blowout. We did her hair way back in June and it still looks amazing. She's very loyal and really takes care of her hair, and I'm so happy she chose me to be her hair colorist. For her toner, we always use Shades EQ 9N, 9V, 8GI, equal parts. Back to my client number 1, Brenda. The reason I put lightener on her hair before coloring is because she has a lot of white hair around the front and it's very resistant just like mine. Even when I pre-soften her hair around the front, it still doesn't take color. Once I wash out the lightener, I apply Joico Youth Lock, their new line with double and triple pigments. I use 7NN and let her process for 45 minutes, and then I do not use a Demi. I know a lot of you are going to ask that. Since I bleached her hair out, why don't I just use a Demi? It'd be a lot healthier for the hair. But I don't, and I use a permanent, especially a double pigment, because even though I put lightener on her hair, sometimes around the front, it still won't take the color. That's how resistant she is. So that's why I use permanent color. Moving right on to my third client, it's my amazing client, Gabby. This was the first time doing her hair, but I've done her 10-year-old daughter's teasy lights a few months ago. So she's starting to get more and more gray, so she wants to start going lighter now, slow and steady to keep her hair the healthiest it can be. Remember, when you're gray or white, lighter color is way more less maintenance than going for the level 1 black box eye like 90% of people do. That is the worst thing you could do, because within the week or two that hair starts coming in, the black and the white contrast, you're going to see it immediately. So Gabby's last colorist told her she only has used semi-color rinses on her hair. So our goal was a level 7 caramel coming into this session today. However, once I finished half the head when foiling, I checked the back and then I noticed her ends were very, very, very dark. They weren't even turning red. This told me immediately that she has been overlapped with black dye many upon many upon many a times. Now this totally threw a curveball for the both of us because I only had her down for a full BABYLIGHT in my schedule, and the other client coming in not too long after was also a full BABYLIGHT. So I did the best that I absolutely could, and I have to give a big thanks to my assistant Patty because without her it wouldn't have been possible. I ended up letting Gabby sit for about 50 minutes. 25 minutes was under the dryer, but we couldn't let her sit too long because she had plans. I had another client coming, so we did book her in for next month when I return back to the salon. And it's a big day. It's going to be me, her daughter, and her mother. Her mother has to have a color remover done as well. She wants to go super, super white. So it's going to be a long day, but if you guys want to see that video and see what happens, let me know down below in the comment section, and I'll work on that for you. Alright, so for the root toner, I decided to do a heavy root, which is my version of a root smudge. And I used Joico Lumishine, the Demi liquids, which is my favorite. And I used 3N, 3NA equal parts. And I let it sit for about 15 to 20 minutes. And then also for her toner, I mixed a special concoction for her hair. I closed my eyes and prayed for the best. I used Redken Shades EQ, 5NA, 6T, 6GN, 7VB, 8GN, 7NW, and 6GG. When counteracting brass, always use a little warmth. If not, some parts will look silvery and others orangey. Warmth will also help it look lighter, which was our goal in the end. Every part of the darkness is filled with your heaven, a miracle that I can't believe. Put your arms around me. So my final client is a new client, and this was our very first session. Her name is April, and she made an appointment with me because she was going elsewhere and was not getting anywhere near what she wanted, especially after the money she was forking out every several weeks. So as you see, the background looks like it has 3 to 4 months of regrowth when she just literally had her hair done a few weeks ago. She also has a lot of yellow, like a level 8 brass, which lets me know she hasn't been lifted to her highest potential, and it also lets me know her hair will be fine when doing so. I use Joico Blonde Life with 20 volume and a 16th ounce of Olaplex on her and Gabby. Rarely do I use anything higher than the 20. For April, I'm doing a very fine, tightly packed BABYLIGHT for optimum brightness, and she wants white blonde with a little dimension left in there, so we aren't going to paint the dropouts, we're going to just leave them alone for some dimension. I know a lot of you fellow stylists are probably thinking I'm nuts for doing my section so small, but we all have our own style and ways of doing things. The smaller the amount of hair, the better the lift, the closer to the root, the better the blend, the best the grow out. And I can go on and on and on and on reasons why I love BABYLIGHT so much and feel they are beautiful and have the best grow outs ever. Let me know in the comments down below if you're a hair artist, and let me know what your favorite technique is when it comes to blonding. Alright, so Gabby's color came out very even from roots to end and not too shabby for a major color correction. That was a big surprise to the both of us. If you guys want to see a part 2, let me know in the comments down below and I'll get to working on that for you. Also, we didn't curl her hair because she had dinner reservations and was running behind due to the surprise color correction. Look at that color, look at that shine. Not bad compared to what it looked like when we first took those foils off. so I decided since she loves being very blonde all the way to the root, that my soft root technique would be best for her. And by the way, I'm working on a video going all over 3 different types of toning ways on the root, and it will be out soon, I promise. For her root toner, I went with Redken Shades EQ 7N 8NA. I love Lumishine, but I've been falling in love with Shades EQ again for root toning since they now have the NA line. For her all-over toner, I'm using my favorite Perfect 10 toner I always use on my own hair when I'm white blonde, and that is Goldwell Colorance 10V 10P equal parts with the dedicated processing lotion. If you guys notice, when I do a soft root, I am not dragging it down far at all. I'm actually bringing it down no more than an inch, and you guys will see how beautiful this extra detail is that only adds an extra 10 to 15 minutes. No foil lines, very blended look, and a lot less harsh grow out that the clients always love. When it comes to the money piece hairline, I always say it's up to the stylist or the colorist and how they want to approach it. Some clients like it very bright and I won't tap at all, but most of the time I do tap them just to make them blend better. They'll still be bright, but they look more natural. When tapping, I wait until the rest of the head is done, and the last moment or so, I will go in with barely any product on my Goldwell mini brush, which by the way is the best brush for actual root toning, and I give barely a little tap. Make sure you barely have product on your brush when you do this, or you will cover the money pieces that you wasted your time creating. Also, one final tip is to comb through that front money hairline after you are done doing the root tapping, because you don't want it to get a harsh line. No matter if it's a heavy root, a base root, a shadow, a tap, a smudge, anything, you want to comb through it right after. If not, it will leave harshness and there will be a line. Look at that gorgeousness, hair porn at its finest. I hope you guys enjoyed how I changed up the video style today. Let me know in the comments down below your thoughts as well as ideas. Remember to give me a huge thumbs up if you liked this video, share with friends and family who might be interested, and subscribe because it's free to support. Until next time, so long for now, guys.